On my journey to lose over 70 pounds, I made a lot of diet mistakes that cost me muscle gain. And in this video, I'm going to show you how I could have built more muscle and how you can build more muscle just through diet alone. So let's go. Alright, first things first. The first thing I could have done to make sure that I build more muscle, even though I was losing weight, is just eating more food to begin with. We all think that because we want to lose weight and we want to do it quickly because we just hate being overweight. Nobody likes to be overweight, and we try to speed run through the process of weight loss. So we eat very low calories, and that will definitely cost you a lot of muscle gains. This is a big mistake that I made. Like for 2 years. For 2 years I was working out. I was not eating enough, and that costed me a lot. Well, yes, I did lose weight, but I lost that weight through a war of attrition. I just kept going no matter what, and that definitely costed me a lot of muscle gains. Food is very, very important in your diet. We all know this. When you want to lose weight, you want to make sure that you are in a calorie deficit. But that calorie deficit does not have to be that extreme. Because remember, you are already overweight, you are already fat, you already have fat on your body. Your body can use some of that fat as fuel for you to build muscle while you're losing weight. So if you just eat at a very small deficit, you will lose weight quickly, especially in the beginning, because it's much easier to lose weight the bigger you are. The bigger you are, the more energy you spend just by moving. You don't even have to do a lot of cardio, you don't have to do much. So your calorie deficit does not have to be that extreme. If you are like 15% body fat and you're trying to get like 8% body fat, then your deficit will be extreme. But if you're a person who's at 30% body fat, like I was, over 30%, and you want to lose weight and you just immediately slash your calories to like 1.5 a day, that is insane. That is an insane calorie deficit. Because even at my weight right now, if I eat 2,000 calories, I lose weight. Like I lose weight and I'm not even fat anymore. But at 2,000 calories, I still lose weight. Now imagine how good I could have been eating on my weight loss journey. I would not have despised it as much as I did because my calories would have been high. If I ate 2,500 calories on my deficit when I first started, I would have still lost weight and I would have built more muscle in the process because I would have had more protein, more carbs, just more nutrients for my body to use. But I was like, I want to make sure. I was new to the gym, I was new to trekking, and I thought to myself, rather safe than sorry. So I was like, you know what? I'll eat 1,500 or 1,200 calories a day. And I figured, you know what? I'm probably making a mistake anyway. I'm probably not tracking good enough. So yeah, but I was tracking like a madman. So my calories were like on point and I was eating trash food. Like I was not eating well. My calories were just too low and I just did not build as much muscle as I wanted to. If I had done that, if I had just started at 3,000 calories, decreased my calories as time went on, as I hit plateaus, I would have lost that weight and I would have looked significantly better at the end of that weight loss. So if you are trying to lose weight, please don't be in that mindset of saying, I want to do this quickly so I'm not going to eat as much. By the time you lose weight, you want to have built muscle so you actually look decent. Otherwise, you'll end up with a lot of loose skin and you don't want to be in that position. Do not slash your calories. Eat more. It sounds backwards if you're trying to lose weight, but eat more food, eat more protein, eat more carbs, eat moderate fats, and you will still lose weight. It will maybe be slower than if you are, on an extreme calorie deficit, but it will be a lot more enjoyable. And at the end of your diet, you will look significantly better. So do not slash your calories like a crazy person. Do not go on a crash diet. Eat more food. Another big mistake that I made on my weight loss journey is just not eating whole foods. I was focusing a lot on packaged foods because personally I cannot cook and I used that as an excuse for a very long time. It is actually one of the reasons why I got fat. I got fat during my first time in university. I was not home. My mom was not cooking anymore. I was just on my own. And because of that, I was like, I can't cook. So I ate takeaways every single day. Like I ate KFC. I ate just trash junk food every single day. And that's what caused me to gain a lot of weight. And unfortunately, I never learned how to cook. So when I started losing weight, I still did not know how to cook. So instead, I went for low calorie versions of just packaged food I can find in the store. I was like, oh, this is 200 calories. Oh yes, I know how much this is, so I'll eat this for dinner, right? And this was just packaged garbage, processed foods, not a lot of vegetables, not a lot of fruits, just focusing mainly on protein. I won't lie. I would have like 2 scoops of protein a day, a bunch of like packaged meats like wings and stuff, and that's what I would eat on a daily basis. The only vegetables I got were with my breakfast, and it was like a small amount of vegetables, not a lot. I would eat a breakfast of like 200 calories, mostly vegetables, and most of those calories came from protein. That was pretty much my day, and during the day, that's how I would eat. I was not eating vegetables, I was not eating fruits. All I did was eat packaged protein, packaged, pre-cooked, packaged chicken wings, chicken, all this stuff, and this was just not healthy. The main reason why you want to focus on whole foods is how you feel when you eat them. The more whole foods you eat, the fuller you are, and the more you enjoy your diet, and you don't struggle with binging. On my weight loss journey, I had a big problem with binge eating. During the week, I'd be locked in. Monday to Friday, I'd be locked in because I had work, so I did not have to think about food all that much. But as soon as the weekend came, now this was where my problem was, because I would wake up in the morning and I would have like 12 hours during the day to just do nothing. I did not have anything better to do, so I had time to think about food and get hungry, and not like when I'm at work and I get hungry, I can't just go out and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy food right now. I have work to do. I can't just leave anytime I want. But at home, I could literally be like, oh man, I'd be on my phone, I'd order burgers, pizzas, and I would just binge. I would binge on weekends. Now, it did not happen every weekend, but it happened too often. Right now, I'm about 9 weeks into my weight loss journey right now. I'm cutting to get lean so I can start bulking again. I do not binge at all. Like, I don't feel the urge to binge. And the main reason for this is I eat a ton of vegetables, I eat fruits every single day, and I make my own protein. I eat my own protein. I cook my own food, right? I make my own whole foods, and it's delicious and I like it. My meals are not the most elaborate meals in the world, that they're not the most tasty, but that's not the point. The point is the nutrients you get from the foods. Those foods are so nutrient dense that your body gets what it needs, and it doesn't send you hunger signals all the time to say you're not eating enough, you're not getting enough nutrients, go find food, go find food, go find food, and then you end up binging. So focus more on whole foods. If you want to build muscle, focus on whole foods, because your body needs nutrients to build muscle, right? If you're not getting the proper nutrients, your body will end up using your muscle as fuel, and you'll end up losing fat and muscle at the same time. You want to build muscle? Focus on whole foods. Get your vegetables in, get your fruits in, get your protein in. Then you have nothing to worry about. You will not binge. You'll be satiated most of the time. Remember, you're losing weight, you will feel hungry no matter what, but you'll be mostly satiated, and you won't have insane food cravings because you will have all the nutrients you need, and your body will have the nutrients it needs to build muscle. I would have built so much more muscle if I just ate better. Like, I ate more food and I ate better foods, and I did not eat all that packaged garbage. 2 years wasted, man. 2 years wasted. Right now, I'm trying to correct all those mistakes, but muscle growth is a slow process, and if I had just done everything right from the beginning, I'll be a lot further ahead right now. So do not make the same mistakes. Do not make the same mistakes. And the last thing you want to do if you want to build more muscle is make sure you get your protein mostly from real foods. From real foods, not supplements. A big mistake that I made a year ago is I was getting most of my protein from like protein granola and just protein powder. I would get like over 60 grams of my protein just from supplements. Protein powders are great. I use protein powders today, but majority of your protein should not come from supplements. It should come from whole foods. Why? Micronutrients. You don't just need protein, you need micronutrients. And also, the biggest problem with protein powders is they are not filling, right? Eating protein from real foods and just taking a shake, shaking it up, drinking it, you're hungry in the next 30 minutes max, right? If that's the meal you have, then you'll be hungry in a few minutes. It's just going to make your weight loss journey a lot harder. So try to make sure that you get your protein from real food, not just supplements. I'm not saying supplements are bad. I'm not saying don't have supplements. I use supplements today. I take a protein powder every day, but I only take 1 scoop and it's like 28 grams of protein. I eat about 170 to 190 grams of protein every single day. Only 28 of that comes from protein powder. Everything else is real food from real animals that existed outside, right? And I make sure that it is not processed. I don't buy packaged processed fried chicken wings like I used to. I don't do all that. I cook my own food. I take my own spices. I cook it. I make it. Because I know that is a lot better for me than those processed foods. I get my micronutrients in, I get my macronutrients in, and that helps me be a lot more satiated. And honestly, I notice a big difference right now. Over the last 7 months, I went on my first ever proper bulk. And when I look at what I looked like in January of this year and what I look like right now, there's a clear difference. I have built muscle. I feel better. I am not as hungry. I feel a lot more alive in the gym. Honestly, at the end of my weight loss journey at the beginning of this year, that was the most horrible I've ever felt. Like, I was about 60 kgs, had just come back from a pretty bad bulk where I gained like over 30 pounds. And it took me over a year to lose that 30 pounds to get back down to like 12% body fat to start bulking again. And I felt horrible. In the gym, I felt like I was about to break in half. I didn't feel strong. I didn't feel energized. I did not have energy. And that's mainly because I was not eating enough. Like, that's the truth. I was not eating enough. I was not eating enough whole foods, and most of my protein just came from supplements. And this is a bad combination if you want to build muscle. Your body needs real food, not just for building muscle, but to feel good and so you don't get tired of your diet. I'm about 9 weeks now, as I said, in my weight loss. I'm not binging. I'm not tired of it. I feel like I could still keep going for as long as I need to because I like the food I eat, and I know I don't get hungry as often. I don't feel like I need to have a burger every weekend just to cope with my diet. I don't feel like I'm gonna snap in half when I'm in the gym. I feel good 98% of the time, and whenever I do want to go out, I do go out and I eat a burger and I eat a pizza, and I don't feel bad about it because I know tomorrow I'll be back on the diet and I won't hate the diet because it's fucking delicious. So these are the 3 things that you need to do with your diet if you want to build muscle and you don't want to leave gains on the table. If this video was helpful for you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.